Okay, folks, if I could have your attention, I'll call this meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Awesome.
Here.
Gainier.
Here.
Eichelkraut.
Here.
Les.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
We have 5
So I'll
present.
stand, please, and join in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, February 6, 2018, be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the city clerk.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion, any suggested changes? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Tonight, we have a public hearing, which we're going to get to in a minute, regarding annexation of Houston Street property. And we'll also have a presentation regarding the Ottawa Visitor Center. But before that, is there anyone who wishes to address the council tonight? Yes, sir.
My name's Mike Anderson. I was here at the last meeting, me and my wife, for the 918 Chambers Street over the fence. I would personally like to thank everybody on this board that took their time taking my phone calls, my stupid questions over the matter. But I just would personally like to thank you guys, Shelley, you, because I probably asked you the most stupid questions. But whatever the outcome is, I thank you, and it's an eye-opening experience. The last meeting was my first one, and it happened to be one of the bigger ones about the canal. And I felt really terrible that they were here to listen about my privacy fence.
That's fine. That's why we have these meetings.
But like I said, I want to thank the commissioners, the mayor, Shelley. I appreciate you guys taking the time, stopping by my house, checking everything out. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mike, they're not stupid questions if you need
Right.
the answer.
There is no stupid question.
Yeah, sometimes we have stupid answers. But anyone else would like to address the council tonight? Okay, if not, then let's move into our public hearing regarding,
Terry Bell.
Actually, Terry Bell.
oh, I'm sorry, Chair, I was having a problem with my vision lately.
That camouflage coat.
Yeah,
Terry Bell, resident of the Center Ottawa Flats area, or the old Flats area, just on the outskirts of it. I'm here tonight to say again, dredging is the answer. Here we are again, threatened as a community by another potential record flood. And I applaud the council for their efforts in getting their rewards, but it's still not enough. We still need to interact with the federal and state government and try and get them to act and help us out with this problem. It continues, and it's getting worse and worse. My mother's being evacuated as we speak from the county home for threats of flooding. So, thank you.
thank you, Terry. Anybody else have anything for the council tonight? Okay, then we'll move into the public hearing regarding the annexation agreement for 700 Houston Street. Basically, it's a property,
It's just later on in the agenda. We'll be annexing it.
it's a parcel of property that is adjacent to the city. It might have even been surrounded by the city. For some reason, it wasn't
Yeah,
annexed in the
yes.
past, surrounded by the city. We've moved to annex it. Anybody has any comments regarding the annexation of 700 Houston Street? Now is the time to make them. If not, then I'll declare the public hearing closed, and we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is the presentation from Kurt Bedide of the Ottawa Visitor Center. So, Kurt, this is your annual report, I presume, right? Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and citizens. My name is Kurt Bedide. I'm the Executive Director of the Ottawa Visitor Center, and I'm here this evening to just kind of more or less sum up what we've been up to the last year or so at the Visitor Center, and how tourism has been a big item for Ottawa and our surrounding area. So I'll get right into it. So our mission is to positively impact the economic development of Ottawa and further its quality of life by aggressively marketing to visitors, communities, hospitality, events, attractions, and benefits with a focus on overnight stays. So since 2015, we've been working to create a meaningful destination for visitors, and we've been working on goals to accomplish to be able to promote the city of Ottawa. And a lot of the events and things that we've done are listed below. Of course, the brand for the city, the botanical brand, is always ongoing. And some of you may remember our last campaign, the Live Buffalo No Bull campaign, which we have gotten a lot of response from, especially with the billboard that we put on I-80. We have several people stop in just because they saw the billboard and want to know where the buffalo are at. We have also included QR codes and cell phone mural tour for all the murals downtown. We put in a new mural downtown at the First National Bank. We've had a redevelopment of the Heritage Tour book, which is the main book. It's our go-to book that we give everybody that comes in through our door, and pretty much talks about the history, architecture, art, and several other things. And it's self-guided, so it leads you from point A to point B and everything in between, and gives a nice rendition. But the last one that we had was getting very much out of date, and so we redeveloped it with bright, colorful photos and updated the information as necessary. And so there's several other things there listed, and many of these items are promoted through television and social media, radio, visitors guides, publications, billboards, events, and marketing materials. And some of those materials, the council, you have those in front of you, some of the magazines and visitors guides. So if you wanted to flip through, the pages are earmarked for you, so you can see the ads that we have placed in the past year. We've also won some awards and been recognized for many of our efforts throughout the years. Just last year, we were recognized for Best Marketing Campaign for our Live Buffalo No Bull commercial and campaign all together. And also for our Best Social Media of Riverfest. This was a Facebook Live. We went to Riverfest every day throughout several of the different elements of Riverfest, and we Facebook Live from them, updating people on what was going on, who was the entertainment that night, what time they were going to take the stage, and all the other little elements that were taking place throughout the Riverfest weekend. We also redeveloped our website, the Pick Us site. This website launched February of 2017, and it reflects the botanical brand and is easily navigable for locals and visitors alike. And we get several compliments on the usage and the information that we have readily available. And we're always looking for information for events and things that are taking place, and all we have to do is talk with you, and we'll figure out how we can best place it on our website so everybody knows about your events. So why Ottawa? You know, we hear it first. We're the front door for people coming into town, and they always come through our door. We talk to them at events, on the street, or wherever we can. And people are always complimenting on Ottawa. We have great events. It's beautiful gardens. They came for the selection of restaurants, friendly faces. We saw your commercial. We saw the billboards. We love your murals. The history is plentiful here. Again, the website, we're Lincoln lovers, and your downtown is beautiful and flourishing. We enjoy walking around the downtown and everything that you have available. The tours are wonderful, all the articles that you have in visitors guides and everything that you do in your advertisements, and the shopping that we have in our downtown. Since our website launched in February, we have 170 requests for information. These are just random things that people visit our website and they fill out the form and request for all kinds of information, and we send them a packet. And one of the most important questions that we ask at the bottom is, how'd you hear about us? And it can vary from person to person. We've also booked nearly 20 tours in 2017. This can be for the Lone Buffalo, the Scouting Museum, whatever. We take the information of people of how many they're coming and when they're coming, and we pass it off to the appropriate people. Like at the Scouting Museum, we'll let them know that these people are looking for a tour, and this is the information, and so here you go. So the year-to-date website numbers, we've had 70,000 sessions, 51,000 users, 150,000 page views, and 73% are new users. And a lot of the visitors are also mobile friendly. About 60% of the visitors that come to our website use our website on their cell phones. And also Chicago tops the sessions at 28%. So what's the economic impact? It's more than heads and beds. It's also cheeks and seats. It's torsos through turnstiles. It's feet on the streets. It's more in the store. We are the first date to anybody coming to visit Ottawa. We are the ones that are getting people excited about coming here and the things that we have going on, and we're the cheerleaders. So we talk up Ottawa all the time, trying to get people to come here. And the average visitor, when they come, they spend about $180 per day. And this can be spent on hotel, dining, shopping, gas, or entertainment. 2017 was our most successful year yet. With the visitors that we've had coming in, we've had several ask for relocation materials. Normally we get about 1 to 2 per month. In August and September we received 20. And that was quite unusual for us, but it proves to relate to all the wonderful things that we have going in Ottawa, and people are really recognizing that. More people that are visiting, they're moving to, investing in Ottawa than before. And what's this all mean? Well, if we get people to come visit here, we're going to get people to fall in love with Ottawa and live here. And if they live here, they're going to work here. And if they work here, they're going to maybe invest in a business or in some fashion. And this is a circle of life. But it all starts with that visit. It all starts with us cheerleading and getting people excited about coming to Ottawa. And how that relates is to the next item is
Hiking, biking, and boating
Yes.
are on tap outside of Chicago, Illinois, in Ottawa. From a Himalayan salt cave to a Cajun chef amid the cornfields, this Illinois adventure may surprise you.
Darrell is made possible by the National Forest Foundation, dedicated to keeping our national forests healthy and welcoming for you today and forever. Details at nationalforest.org. And by the Illinois Office of Tourism, LaSalle County Tourism Coalition, Heritage Corridor Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Ottawa Visitors Center. And by the Hong Kong Tourism Board, Asia's World City. And by the Wyoming Office of Tourism. Information about Wyoming vacations at wyomingtourism.org.
So we were featured on an international travel program during their season 3 episodes, and we were amongst some pretty good company, I would say, Hong Kong and the French Caribbean. Darley came here and filmed for 3 or 4 days and showcased Ottawa in its best way for anybody that enjoys her programs or follows her on social media. So with the Heritage Corridor in the Ottawa to 108,000 plus Darley Newman followers, both on location and post-filming surrounding events to promote the episodes on PBS and video shorts online. She's also featured Ottawa via Travels with Darley channel on AOL, AOL UK, MSN, MSN Lifestyles, Huffington Post, and beyond during May and June of 2017. And that resulted in 1.8 million views with tens of millions more impressions. And you can kind of see the rest of the numbers there and the impact that Darley had. So what does this all add up to? 53 million plus impressions across the board with this episode. This has really put Ottawa on the map, and we get word from Starved Rock Hot Glass all the time. Laura down there, she says, I get people in here all the time asking about my products because they see me on the episode and they really enjoy the stuff that I do. The same thing we hear from Holly at the Ottawa Bakery. She was also in the episode, and she gets a lot of people in through her doors because of being featured in this episode. So it was very impactful, and this will always be around in syndication. And if she goes to a like the Today Show on NBC, she'll take some footage with her and share it with everybody. So it is always going to be out there for people to view. And we always get requests for information because of this episode. We've also increased events. Over the last 3 years, new events have been added to this calendar year. And the LVC, it's our job to promote them through several advertisements and marketing materials. So we added the Starved Rock Country Brew Fest, which is towards the end of May during the Memorial Day weekend. And also the very successful Kris Kringle Market, which had its second year with expanded huts and some fairly decent weather that brought the people out. So I think we have some additional great events that also strive to boost the economy. Here's some statistics from last year's 2016. These are the latest numbers. Down below is 2015 stats from the same entity. And you can see several things are up there. 35.6 million are up in payroll and employment. And travel expenditures are down slightly. Finance, so we've had no exception since 2009 audit. We've operated within our proposed budget, and we have no outstanding payables. International tourism. There are the numbers of visitors from across the globe who have come through our doors that we know of. 74 international tourists altogether. Pictured there with me is Simone Saxton, and she's a friend she's from Germany, and she is the FAM Tour, which is a familiar tour travel writer for Germany. She comes over and familiarizes herself with our area and goes back to Germany and writes a travel package in order for people to enjoy when they come here. And that was successful and helpful with Bob Navarro at Heritage Corridor. Lodging and alternative stays. We have a new hotel that's possibly in the works. We also have online travel agents and Airbnb that we would like to work closer with the city with those elements as we move forward. Future promotion. These are also many objectives that the LVC would like to focus on moving forward. Of course, the botanical brand moving forward. New marketing campaigns. We want to focus a little bit more on the Ottawa-centric promotions, which are non-event driven. Downtown marketing. Our downtown is quite full and successful, and we really want to pitch that even more to the outside area. And several other things, as you can see, that makes our plate pretty full, but positive for the future. And this is our next campaign that we're pitching for the coming year. It's Twice the Rivers, Twice the Fun. We've also wanted to include twice the parks and twice the entertainment, twice the everything. And this will be a billboard that will be going up shortly outside of our area. It was filming. We did a lot of filming over the summer and got people doing all kinds of activities, adventurous activities, hiking, biking, boating, fishing, water skiing, jogging, all the above. And so thank you to Mayor Bob, the commissioners, Kim Sis, Shelley Monks, Nancy Stisser, Reed Wilson, OVC board and staff, Bob Navarro at the Heritage Corridor, Boyd and his staff at the Chamber, as well as the LaSalle County Tourism Board, and for all of you for your assistance and hard work in any way possible that you've assisted with us at the Visitor Center. Thank you again.
You're pretty right about, we got twice the river right now.
Yeah.
Maybe more than twice.
Thank you, Kurt. Any comments or questions for Kurt? Good report, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up to good work. Okay, let's move to Commissioner Eichelkraut's part of the agenda then.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the biweekly salary payroll of February 9th, 2018, in the amount of $365,337.50 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly expense report of January 20th, 2016, showing expenses in the amount of $454,010.86 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly salary payroll of February 9th, 2018, in the amount of $11,664.83 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly financial report of City Clerk Shelley L. Monks for the month of January 2018 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution authorizing execution and amendment to the Section 5311 grant agreement regarding NCAT, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less, any discussion?
I just want to let everybody know this money comes from the federal government. This is how we keep NCAT running. It funnels through the state of Illinois. Sometimes it's a little slower than it should be, but we actually do get it, and it's what keeps the buses running.
Good. Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that that a resolution authorizing and approving the execution of an employment agreement for an appointed city official and Kevin Noblock as part-time NCAT driver, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion?
Yeah, Mayor, we were looking to hire a few more people in the next couple of weeks. As you know, we're expanding, we got more buses in, and the amount of people that we're moving around right now in transportation is growing, so we have to get some more people involved in this as far as we're going.
Okay, any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an employment agreement for an appointed city official and Jennifer Knapp as full-time NCAT dispatcher be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less, any discussion?
Yeah, we are hiring Jennifer. She's been working actually for us out of Princeton office for about a couple of years now, almost 3 years. And we're bringing her over here full-time because we're moving the phone system over here. And she's very skilled, and she'll be able to train our employees that we hire for the dispatch center. So it should be pretty good for us.
Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut, the resolution approving the Title VI Statement of Policy and Procedures for NCAT be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion?
Yeah, this is just a policy that we had to establish. We had been using the one that BPART had, and right now they want us to put our own out there, and they're looking at us growing, so we needed to get it out there.
Okay, any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Any, have anything else for the council, Commissioner?
Not at the present time, Mayor.
Okay, Commissioner Awesome.
Moved by Commissioner Rossum that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Renwick and Associates Incorporated regarding the White Lane Sanitary Sewer Extension Project, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Rossum that the proposal from Precision Systems in the amount of $71,315 to purchase a standby generator for the State Street Booster Station and the quote from Hum Electrical Contracting Incorporated in the amount of $13,250 to install this generator both be approved, competitive bidding be waived, and the project be paid for from the water fund.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion?
Yeah, I just want to explain the waiving. We looked at a specific generator that we were looking to handle the capability of doing the standpipe. But this particular one is quieter. There's a house that's very close to it, so it was a little more money, but we felt that it would probably be better for the neighborhood. So we picked that one, and then we did get quotes from a number of our electrical contractors, local guys, and Hom was the lower. So that's how we got there.
Any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Rossum that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bids for the 2018 water main replacements. Bids will be received until Thursday, March 15, 2018, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Rossum that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bids for the 4H Road Sanitary and Storm Sewer Extension Project. Bids will be received until Monday, March 5, 2018, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Is that it? Anything else, Commissioner Awesome?
No, sir.
Okay. Commissioner Gainier.
The item on the agenda under Commissioner Gainier is going to be lined out until next time, but he does have one item of new business. Moved by Commissioner Gainier that a resolution authorizing the execution of a maintenance agreement between the City of Ottawa and Braniff Communications Incorporated regarding the city's warning sirens be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner
Not
Gainier?
this time.
Commissioner Less.
Moved by Commissioner Less that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Renwick and Associates Incorporated regarding 4H Road be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion?
This is just a formality with IDOT, with the motor fuel tax, just to go ahead to approve the construction engineering. The preliminary is done, and this is go ahead for the construction that will be occurring over the summer.
Thank you. Anything else? Commissioner Less?
need
Oh, we
to
got to vote on it.
We gotta
Roll
vote.
call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
I think you can tell I haven't had dinner yet. Anything else, Commissioner Less?
Well, I just wanted to let everyone know here in the last few days with the recent rains and the snowfall melt, obviously we're up against some flooding. At the moment, they are forecasting for some relatively major flooding based on the current forecasts. At the moment, Green Street and Champagne Street are both closed and probably, if not underwater at this time, by the time we get out of this meeting, we'll probably be underwater. The city will keep everyone updated for any further road closures, and obviously we'll be communicating with any of the future forecasts that we're looking at, seeing if we predict anything more than what we're expecting at this time, so.
Thank you. Don, anything for the council tonight?
no, I don't.
Christina?
Thanks.
Dave?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. I just have one item of information, and that is to just remind people that the city is in the process of auctioning off a property at 703 East Joliet Street, a two-story home. It's part of our blight reduction program. A lot of these homes and properties are pretty much appropriate only for demolition, but this one has some real potential for rehab. And I just wanted to note that there's going to be an open house there for public inspection. There's no food or anything. I didn't mean this Thursday, February 22nd, from 4 to 5. And then there'll be the Bids will be submitted orally at public auction here at City Hall next Wednesday, February 28th at noon. So if anybody's interested, try to take a look at that and. Okay, we'll move to the mayor's part of the agenda.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a tax increment financing redevelopment agreement between the City of Ottawa and Bash LLC, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a tax increment financing redevelopment agreement between the City of Ottawa and GC Housing Development LLC, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? This is the TIF redevelopment agreement, but the only contribution from the city is the contribution toward rent subsidies for local veterans. And it's a senior housing project. Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut. Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement between the City of Ottawa and Tanya Badgett for 700 Houston Street, which has been on file for public inspection since February 6, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, and providing zoning therefore for 700 Houston Street be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution reappointing Connie Brooks, Bill Carnes, Scott Clinch, Michelle Fernandez, Jeremy Fowler, Steve Haywood, Judy McConville, Dave Noble, Boyd Palmer, Bob Rick, Brent Rolson, Matt Stafford, Mike Sutphin, Bill Vogel, and Tom Walsh, and appointing Troy Calloway, Gary Scott, Steve Sweat, Maggie Thomas, all to the Flood Commission, terms to expire February 2020, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? As always, we appreciate all these folks for serving on these commissions. Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution reappointing Don Gainier and Timothy Taggart to the Electrical Commission, terms to expire February 2022 and February 2021 respectively, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach, the table motion regarding the fence variance request for Mike and Tony Anderson for property located at 918 Chambers Street be returned to the table.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that this council concur with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals regarding the fence ordinance for Mike and Tony Anderson for 918 Chambers Street and the variance request be denied.
Is there a second to the motion? Okay, it looks like the motion fails for lack of second. Is there anybody else has a motion with respect to this property?
So somebody's got,
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
okay.
What's your motion, Commissioner?
To overrule the zoning board, I think that if the zoning board would have, well, first off, in the minutes, it said the fence was 8 foot high, and I went and visually inspected it, it's only 6 foot. I think if they'd have taken a look at it, it wasn't that big of an issue, and also the Andersons submitted letters since the last meeting from the neighbors that all said that they appreciate the improvements and they had no issues with the fence, so my motion will be to override the zoning board.
Motion's that the variance be granted. Is there a second to that motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? I just want to say, and I appreciate the Andersons, I didn't knock on your door, but I took a ride by and I know what we're talking about. I'm real concerned that this happened, and I blame part of it on the contractor, because contractors are supposed to follow the rules, and I'm going to make sure that our staff sends a letter out reminding the contractor, and if this happens again, it may jeopardize their registration with the city. Contractors have to register with the city to perform work here. Part of that privilege involves responsibilities of following the ordinance. it puts a lot of pressure on the zoning board of appeals and the council when things get done, and then after the fact, somebody comes in and asks for the variance. So I think,
Well, I think on that note, Bob, I noticed the contractor's a contractor that we hire for the city to do work too. And I mean, I would certainly hope they would know our ordinance and rules, but
so that's pretty much where I'm coming from. Nothing,
I would also think that we had a question when we actually passed this ordinance, and there is some spots in the city of Ottawa where that is a very good ordinance on some corners. It's in places like that, that we really can't have 6-foot fences out on the corner. But in certain areas, I don't really see where it's a major problem. So, and that's where I stand.
any other comments? Roll call, please.
Awesome.
aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
No.
Motion carries. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for a fundraiser from the Ottawa Lions Club to hold their annual Candy Days on Friday, October 5th and Saturday, October 6th at the intersection of Norris Drive and Columbus Street be approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Do you have anything else?
Nothing else?
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that this council recess into closed session to discuss a matter of personnel. No, we're doing.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. We're going into executive session to discuss matter of personnel. We're not expected to take any formal action when we come out of executive session, but everybody's welcome to stick around if they like. Thank you.